When you're filing a claim, you must have diagnosis, symptoms, and service connection. Hey, what's going on? This is Jerome. Thanks for stopping by. And in today's video, I'm going to talk to you about my experiences when I was transitioning off of active duty and how I fired 3 VSOs. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. 3 VSOs when I was filing my initial BDD claim, the Pre Discharge claim. All right, so I dropped my paperwork to get out. I went to SFO TAP, and they're like, hey, make sure you file your VA disability. No problem. So me being a nurse, I got my little CD, right? I downloaded everything, printed it out, marked it up, because I felt like I needed to prepare for my meeting with this VSO, because this is a very important meeting in my mind, because I'm claiming things of injuries that happened while I was on active duty. So I prepared everything, highlighted it, had pointers, arrows to, diagnosis. This way I could lead the VSO, the physician, and the most important invisible person in the room, the rater, to my medical story and take them down that path. So I was prepped, I was hyped, I was ready to go. Got there, I had an hour-long meeting with the VSO, and I pulled my paperwork out. I was ready to walk through and make the connections and tell them, hey, this is the diagnosis and this is the medication I'm taking and these are some of the side effects and things of that nature. And he said, wait, sir, let me just see the CD. So I gave him the CD. He opened it up, looked at the problem list, and was like, yeah, you got some things on here, so let's just claim left knee pain. Let's just claim bilateral foot condition. And let's just claim right shoulder pain. And we'll do a wrist condition. That should be about it. I said, whoa. We have an hour. This is only 5 minutes. And you want to just claim this and upload this? Yeah, sir. I know the VA. I've worked with them. I've done this for years. Trust me on this. Let's just file these things. And I almost slipped up and said, okay. But because I'm a nurse, I know how nurses talk to physicians, and I know how physicians think. They want to know what is the actual diagnosis. What is it that's causing this? When did it happen? They want to hear the story. So what I told him was, no, let's file by the diagnosis. So I told him, no, let's file, instead of filing for bilateral foot condition, let's file for pes planus. Instead of filing for left knee condition, let's file for internal derangement of the knee. And he began to get a little upset and said, I'm the professional here, sir. I know this. And I said, you know what? I'll take all my documents. I'll take all my paperwork. I'll take all my medical records. And I don't want you to file my claim. I then called up 2 other VSOs. And I asked them this pointed question. Well, actually 2 questions. A, will you let me file what I want to file and how I want to file, which is by diagnosis? And 2, will you create the story? Since you're the VSO, would you be able to create the story to connect everything that I needed to connect, such as diagnosis and medication and MRIs and studies, and present that in a way that the rater, the examiner and the rater would be able to understand my case? It's very important that I share with them my medical story. Since I'm not going to be able to speak with the rater, I want to show the rater everything. And they said, yeah, well, let's just, you should just come in and we'll just take a look at your stuff and we'll just file some additional claims. And if you want to appeal, if you don't like it, you can always appeal. Well, try to talk to a veteran about that appeal process. It is long, it is arduous. I don't think you want to go down that path. So bottom line up front, ladies and gentlemen, you have to have, in order to have a really good claim, it needs to be a diagnosis plus your symptoms plus a service connection. Now, let me talk about the service connection piece really quick. With these veterans out here today, there are many of them who wished they were in your position to create the service connection. There are many of them that did not go to medical. Then there are many of them that didn't even know that they could file for VA disability until a veteran, when they left the gate, told them that they should. This is the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm doing this for you because I don't want you to be those of you who are transitioning or still on active duty. You eventually will transition. I want you to have all the information that you need in order to have a successful, fair claim. And I'll say it again. Those three things that you need are diagnosis, symptoms, and connection. You being on active duty don't have to worry about the connection because it's all whatever happened on active duty. You have to make the connection by talking to the doctors and getting a diagnosis for whatever conditions that you have. That's the piece. So don't be that guy, don't be that girl out there flapping, transitioning and saying, I'll take care of it later. I'll do medical later. I have time. And then things happen with your body changes, and you want to go file, and you're trying to make this connection to something that happened while you were on active duty. You're trying to make that connection outside the gate. Make the connection inside the gate. And understand that it is your claim. It's no one else's claims. It's not the VSO's claim. If you want to file something, stand on your ground and file it the way that you want to file it. The other thing is, make sure you really understand this process. Be involved, be engaged. Don't just kind of be a backseat, third seat driver, letting everyone else do what they need to do for your claim. You need to take ownership. And how can you do that? You take ownership by getting your medical records, and not only just getting them, going through your medical records. Now, there's many people say, yeah, go through your medical records, but what are you looking for? What are you actually doing when you go through your medical records? Ask the VSO before you sit down with them. Hey, I have a plan of how I want to present my medical story. This is what it is. Any thoughts? Will you allow me to write it this way? How can you help me make those connections? How can you help me make the connection about building my medical story with understanding the diagnosis and the medications and things of that nature? There are some very good VSOs. There are some lazy VSOs and some crappy ones. Take command of your health and take command of your own claim. I hope that adds value. Peace.